Alright, hey everybody, it's Natalie here, and this is my video for how coming out affected me. And I know it's a little bit late, about over 2 weeks late, and I'm sorry. I told you I'm a procrastinator, and I think Joe's mad at me, so I'm sorry, Joe. I love you. So here we go. How coming out affected me. It had multiple, it's changed a lot of my life, just coming out, and a lot of positives, but a lot of negatives too. But I think that's how it is for everybody. I came out first to my friends at school, and just that, like being out at school, it felt so amazing, and it just gave me freedom. I started dating girls, and I just felt more like myself. Like, I don't lie to my friends. That's a big thing to me, and it felt really nice to be able to be honest about it. And it really helped reassure myself, because before I came out, I was very unsure. I didn't know what I was feeling, and I didn't know if it was the right thing or not. And it was just really confusing. And when I first started out as being a bisexual, because that's safe. I told my friend that, and she was like, okay, that's cool. And it was the first time that someone had actually been okay with homosexuality, like, around me, because I grew up in a very strict Catholic environment, and it's just not taken very well. And I remember coming out to her, and she just kind of looked at me and was like, and so you're gay, big deal. And it was really nice. And she just made it she's still my best friend, and she just made me feel very comfortable with it. About a month after that, I came out to my family, and I didn't come out. I was found out. My parents went through my room and found notes between me and this girl that I was talking to, and it broke them. I guess they didn't see it coming, which I don't understand that, because I look back at pictures of me when I was little and I'm like, fuck, I'm such a lesbian. And my older brother, like, when I came out to him, he was the first one in my family to know, and like, he even looked at me and was like, yeah, no shit. And like, I've always been a tomboy. I've always been really, like, boyish. I never liked boys. Like, I even dated a few guys, but it was always more of a, oh, they're a really good friend. Is this what a boyfriend is supposed to be? And this is kind of how it was for me. I never liked it. But my brother always knew, apparently. He's been a big support for me. But my parents, like my dad, like to this day, we fight about it a lot, me and my parents. Like, when I go home, it's a big heated topic. Like, any little fight that they pick with me is usually towards the gay. And it always, like, no matter what they're yelling at me about, it could be like, why'd you spend this much money this month? And it'll go back to me being gay. I don't know. But recently my dad's told me that he doesn't have an issue with it at all. And it's mainly my mom. Like, my mom does not like it at all. And me and my mom have never had a relationship. I'm her only daughter, and when she found out I was gay, it was kind of the deal breaker. Like, it made that barrier between us, like, just solid. It solidified that barrier, and now it's really strained. It's been 5 years since I came out, and she can't look me in the eye. She always gets really uncomfortable when I'm there. I can't stay over at my house for more than a week because the tension is just so built up. It's really stressful, and it hurts because that's my mom, and I don't think she's ever gonna be okay with it. But since my dad recently told me that he's okay with it, like, I know he doesn't like it, and he would prefer that I'd be straight. It's really nice to know that he's okay with it, and it just it really makes me feel better. But yeah, it's hard coming out, but even the way I was brought out by my parents, like, when they confronted me about it, as difficult and awkward of a situation that was, I'm so glad that it happened, because my dad sat me down, looked me in the eye, and asked, "Are you a lesbian?" And just working up the courage to look him back and say yes, that lifted this huge weight off my chest. And, like, I understood what was going to happen. I felt what was going to happen. But it was just so nice to have that weight lifted off. It makes you reassured about yourself. And, like, if y'all guys are thinking of coming out, definitely talk to yourself about it. Think about it for, like, a long time, because it's a big decision to make. You need to understand that things are going to change, and it's not going to be, like, all flowers and nice, unless you have, P-flag mom. But not everyone does, sadly. But you just need to understand that honesty is the best way to go, because lying to yourself will hurt you worse than the truth will. And I found that out the hard way. Before I came out, I was in a very deep depression, and I would hurt myself, and I would just, I would cry, I was really bad. And I didn't know why. I didn't know why I had to be gay. Like, why couldn't I change it? And then I was able to be comfortable with it, and then to be honest about it and to accept it in myself really helped me out, and it made me the person who I am today. And while I'm not done becoming the person I'm supposed to be, I'm on the road there, and it's a big hurdle to get over. But once you get over that hurdle, you see everything a lot more clearer, and it's a lot easier. So, yeah, that's how coming out affected me, and it's good and it's bad, and it's really bad and it's really good, because it's not all negative. Like, the thing with my parents is really hard on me, and that really gets me deep. But being able to walk out the door and be okay with who I am will beat any fight that I have with my parents, or any opinion that they have on me, because I know who I am, and they can't take that away from me. As much as they would like to, they can't. And it's really nice, because I used to be really lonely, and I had all these friends. I had boyfriends, I dated the jocks, but I didn't feel like myself. Like, that wasn't who I was. And then I came out, and I got my first girlfriend, and we walked down the hallway holding hands, and it was like, this is who I am. And now I'm here, I'm 19 years old, and I can walk on campus with my girlfriend, and we're the token lesbian couple. And it's nice, because it's like, I'm not lying to anyone, I'm not lying to myself. And it's really comforting. So, yeah. If you guys have any questions for me, just shoot them this way, because I would like a lot more stuff to talk about. Thanks. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully, if I'm on time with the video.